So you've got a great Moodle page, but you want to make sure that people use it, people see it. So what are some strategies to go about that? Well, first of all, let's avoid some pitfalls, and you want to make sure that your page is actually visible. So in your admin block, if you go to your page settings, you can check visibility. Just double check it in the general section. Make sure visible is set to show as opposed to hide. You can show and hide if you can hide it later if you're not teaching that particular course. Also, in your page settings, if you go down to guest access, keep in mind that we have Moodle accounts for students and we have Moodle accounts for Hopkins teachers. So everybody else is considered a guest. So if your intention is to have parents visit your page, you're going to want to allow guest access, because otherwise if you say no, then nobody who is not logged in, who doesn't have an account, can get to your page. If you have copywritten material that you're concerned about making available to non-logged in users or non-Hopkins students or just the general public, you might want to add a guest password. However, if I would only do it for that particular reason, for some intentional reason why you should keep it really as a closed environment, because otherwise having a password there is going to trip some people up a little bit. But guest access is really what you want to consider in terms of mostly parents. So that is your page settings. All right, I'm going to go back to the home page here. And the other thing is, in order for students to be able to get on your page, you need to enable what we call self-enrollment. So if I open the users section in your administration block, I open enrollment methods. It doesn't need to be there twice, but if it's not there, you click on enrollment methods and you can unhide it if it's hidden, or if it's not even in the list, you can add it. So make sure that self-enrollment is open, and I have another video about self-enrollment. Now, the other thing is, where do you link to this page from? If I go back to the home page, you will notice that this page has an address. So in this case, it ends in 882. You are going to want to, if you use the campus gradebook, I know not every elementary teacher does, you're going to want to link to this from Infinite Campus. To do that, you select your section, you go into instruction on the left-hand side to where you set up your gradebook, so that is where you click on assignments. And if you click on Edit Teacher Preferences, you can paste in your web page. Now notice this one is not her health class. This is the link to Jane's stress management class. So if you notice the difference in the numbers, that's why. Now if you don't want to do that 4 times a year or however many times you teach this section, you have the Mass Assigned to Multiple Sections option. And so you can select each course that is the same course. So you only have to do it 1 time in a year for that particular course title. The next thing I should remind you is that every single person, or every single teacher in our district, staff person, has a bio page. And you can't update this yourself, but you can get in touch with me, Terry Oslin, and email me this information, or you can talk to your admin assistant in the main office, and you can ask him or her to add a link from your bio page to your course web pages. So I think you should do that as well to ensure that people can get to your page. One other strategy, if you're directing students to your page and you're on the home page, if your page name is titled with your last name in it, you can just tell students to type in your last name in the search courses field, click on the Go menu, and it's going to come up in the search results. So that's probably quicker for students to find it the first time than going under the school sites menu and then navigating in there click by click. Lastly, if you use your Moodle page in class, if you put it up on the projector, if you put relevant materials there, if you have students interact with it, they're more likely to use it long term. So I encourage you to do that as well. Hope this helps you to get lots of visitors on your page.